Hi there, I'm Ben and welcome to my 100% guide for Helheim from God of War Ragnarök. Right, before we get started, I'm just going to mention that these guides are meant to be used after finishing the story. If you haven't finished the story, there is a mid-game spoiler in the partner that I have during these walkthroughs, just warning you, getting that out there. Yeah, you can't 100% most areas before finishing the story because there are some undiscovered things that you'll have to do after that. This one you can, however, the first time you come here as Kratos, come to Helheim, you can get everything. So how I'm going to break these guides down, I'm just going to run through the area, no breaks, so you can follow along exactly as I do and get anything that you're missing. You will see that Hel Tears is already ticked off. You get that during the story. Everything else we're just going to grab now quickly. It's quite quick, this place. So I have finished the story. I've teleported to the only teleport that you can go to. This one here. There's the spoiler. And then we're going to go and get there's only a handful of things. We've got 2 ravens. We've got 2 lore. We've got a flower and the Hel Tear, which is already done. So from there you chain up here and come around here, and this is where you finish the area, and there's the big crow off to the right hand side. You've got Odin's raven, 1 of 2 there. So I'm just I'll try and show you where I am on the map. The map's not very good in this game, honestly. But right next to each other here, we've got the first Odin's raven and the first lore marker. And then we're going to turn around and go and get the 9 realms in bloom, which is a side mission. There's 1 of these in each realm, which kind of makes sense, doesn't it? 9 realms in bloom. This is the Soulblossom one. You will need the spear for this, but you can't. You have to have the spear for before you can come to Hel anyway. So throw the spear over there into the wall, and then we're just going to jump across, and it's as simple as that. This is a really simple one, Hel. You've probably got most of this. If you're watching this and you've got everything, that's kind of weird, I suppose. Yeah, so grab that. This is my first one, so the first one you ever grab of these, it's going to start off that mission. And this is where I am in the fog. Yeah, most of the things are in Helgrind. If you break it down per area within Hel, the Gleaming Bale is where the Tear is, and Hel's Perch is where we are now, where the flower is. So I did say I'm not going to break in between each collectible. There are, of course, timestamps as usual. So this just makes it easier. I always prefer doing them like this because it just makes it easier. No jumping around. You can follow along exactly where I am. No reason to be getting lost when you don't need to. Especially with some of the later areas. Like I said, this is an easier one. This is the first one I'm doing because it is the easy one. Get the easy ones done. So yeah, you know how to use that lock because you did it in the story. And then we're going to go off this way now and just grab the final Odin's Raven. So we've come back to where the teleport is, the gate. And then the Raven is here. It's really obvious. You've probably already got these. So I'm speaking to myself at this point. I was fine with the ravens if you are struggling. Look for the point where it turns around. Like there's not very good. I'm just throwing random ones now. Here, I'm just going to, move forward in time so you don't have to wait for it to go around again. Just wait till where there's a good place. Where it turns around is the best place to hit it. And that's where I am. That's Odin's Raven 2. And now we've got a long climb down to get the lore. Well, it's not a long climb, but it's a climb down all the way down to the floor. And this is the final thing we get here. So it's very quick, this place. And once you've finished grabbing this marker, then you're just going to have to just climb back up and go to the gate that we used to get here. So I'm just going to skip this fight. Potentially you'll have a little bit of a fight there with some enemies. We don't need to watch that. I'm just going to jump up here. And there it is. Lore number 2. 2 of 2. Prayer to that word up there. I'm not going to try and say it. Yeah, and that's 100% of Helheim done. So that's an easy one. Got that one out of the way. So I'll just show you where I am on the map again. That's where we are. And then you'll just have to climb up, go through the gate, and then you can leave. There you go, 100% complete. Right, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.